Health.
Hi, welcome to Tea Time with Amy and Bev. Happy
Good.
New Year, because
Yeah,
we're recording
that's
for the
true.
first time in the new year,
That's right. Happy New Year.
2026. So exciting.
It is exciting, actually, and it feels very. I mean, if we looked at ours last year too, we felt very uplifted, but there was a lot of stuff that happened last year.
Yeah.
And then this year, I feel very motivated, focused,
Yep.
definitely going within. I mean, it definitely a lot of that stuff. Life has led me into that space, and it feels that's actually that's very freeing from all the outside stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's just so much stuff going on. I've been up since early this morning, like woke up and it's like started exploring all this stuff about the Bible and all this other stuff. And not that I do look at the whole Bible thing, but it led me back to like what was God's name, how was God's name referred to once upon a time, and it was this. And it's like even before that, before even putting a label on it, it was just about being, really. Just
Right.
being now, not putting any label on it, not having a name, not praying, not doing all these things. So I've had a fun journey already today. So I'm excited about life.
Well, if people watch the last video, we talked about the energy that's coming with the Chinese astrology with the fire horse. And right now, as we're recording on January 3rd, 2026, it's full moon today. So we're starting off the year with this energy. Granted, the Chinese astrology begins February 17th. Um, and it's the fire horse. And so the fire horse is about movement, action, no excuses. The fire horse is going to um, encourage you to move toward whatever it is that you're desiring and dreaming about. And it's not a push, it's a pull. Like it's going to pull you into. Um, so I've been feeling that about halfway into December, and I just start getting this like excited energy in me about my business because I've had to put it aside a little bit. Well, like all year, uh, for for the most part. Um, and I've man, since the really the middle of December 2025, I just have been like just pulled, right? Pulled into a whole different energy about my business. When I say my business, my coaching business and teaching. And I'm super amped up about all the AI tools I'm learning about. I've learned so much in the past 2 weeks about these other AI tools and what they do. Um, and I've already talked to uh, I've already set up one person to be on my team to help me with the back end of like setting up the classes and in my like calendar and registration and stuff like that. Like I am stepping into this year knowing I don't have to do this by myself. Whereas before it was like, well, I should do it. I got to get it done. It's up to me. I can't afford and all the words and I'm just like, no. If this is going to happen, then I have to step into the reality of I can't do it by myself. I can't do it by myself and work a full-time job, right? I can't do it by myself and work a full-time job and have a personal life and take care of the home. Like there's so many pieces to that. Um, but one of the things I'm super excited about because uh, I, for, well, early in my years, I really struggled with having a vision, like dreaming about a future, even knowing what that looks like. People are like, "Oh, I want to travel and do this." I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Like to go see other cities or countries, excuse me, or anything like that. I like what it would be like to have more money than I could ever dream about and have the freedom. Like that wasn't in my wheelhouse. I couldn't. And over time, I have learned, right, to do this and be able to be playful in my thoughts and think about things that I would like to do and what that would feel like. But what I just I've been playing with over the past probably a week or so is with AI tools. I'm creating images of myself that are like that super exciting energy, playful energy. Last night I sat and I was creating some images of me standing in like in my power and my confidence and seeing my facial like I have to tell AI to create these images, but be able to have it in front of me to see what that looks like. Game changer, like huge game changer, because they'll tell you if you remember back in the day creating vision boards, it's like, okay, if you want that, awesome body, then find a picture and then take your head and put it on the body, right? All cutouts. Um, Now, don't even do that. I have an image and I looked at it last night. I was just like, that's that's the power. That's like the queen right there, that energy. And I was just like, and I did that right before I went to bed. So it was a little, I had to settle down a little bit to go to sleep, but it was just so fun and so energizing and so it's just been feeling so good to be able to create those images with that energy. And it's I don't know, I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Well, you're looking in the mirror,
Yes.
and so you don't have to look at something and imagine your head onto something. You're seeing it, so you're visualizing it.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I like that. I like that perspective on everything. That's fun.
it is
And
good.
I like that's where it's fun is so important right now. And that's something I've been feeling lately, which is not something that I have. I mean, I have a smile on my face a lot of times during the day. I feel like this love inside of my heart that I didn't feel before. And it's like I'm feeling things. If I watch something and it creates like an ache, I'm feeling it. If I feel like I'm uplifted, I'm feeling it. I feel more playful and I'm more happy. There's just so many things that I'm experiencing lately that I had never experienced before. I had nothing to compare it to. And so now you're adding another layer to something of possibilities that I could look at to be able to see that. It's fun. This is fun. It's a fun time to play. Honestly, this is from a child perspective. I was talking to someone the other day, and we were actually talking about readings, finding readings on YouTube and stuff like that. And the other one said, "Well, yeah, but such and such watched that, and they could see where they were marking cards and they were doing all this stuff." And I said, "It's not about all the mechanics. It's about the messages that are coming forward. We get so wrapped up in the mechanics of everything, we're not hearing the messages. If you're at the grocery store and you overhear a conversation, you were meant to hear that conversation. There was something for you in that." And so it's like it's like a childlike innocence when you're watching everything and when you're learning about everything. It's like, oh, that's so exciting. And it's not even a matter of what they were talking about. It's the feeling that's behind that, especially when it comes to excitement. The excitement I could feel from you just even talking about this, and I can visualize, I can see the whole thing because it's so easy. You're seeing a mirror image of you, which is like jumping timelines. Honestly, there's so much things that are happening in that moment when you see that, and you're creating from that space because we're creating from the energy that we feel, not our thoughts.
Yeah.
So awesome.
And I'm like feeling inclined because I just think it was so fun. I'm feeling inclined. If you want to keep talking, I will go find my pictures and I will screen share them so you can see them and so everybody can see what I'm talking about. That way you can actually get the visual and not just me saying it. So are you
Nice.
good with
Well,
that?
yeah, I
Okay.
would say the one thing that I would talk about as I go back to those readings, it's really, or any experiences that we're having around us, it's really taking the time to explore how does that feel within you. And when I talk about that, it's also talking about when someone triggers you, we get so used to attaching ourselves to that person, place, or thing that triggered us. And then we don't step into the moment, the opportunity to sit and feel those emotions and feelings that we're feeling inside. That's taking our power back. And that's like helping us to just vibrate higher naturally without even trying to do anything because you're lifting layers of junk off of you that you've been putting on yourself all these years. Just like you lifting layers off of yourself of these responsibilities of having to do it all by yourself. You mentioned knowing, and it's like one of the things that I've written on my board is knowing. That's because that's one of our most valuable tools that are not talked about is knowing. It's just this internal, innate knowing within inside of us. And it's something I've been exploring a lot. And then also getting to the states of feeling the gratitude towards things, not talking myself into the gratitude. Excuse me, although sometimes it seems like it at first, but it's feeling those emotions of it, feeling that space, and then creating from there. There's so many things that I've learned recently that's just like it's so mind blowing, but it's like it's been so beneficial for myself. It's been uplifting. And it also puts the responsibility for my happiness within to myself. Even talking out loud to myself as in third person, like checking in with Bev. How's Bev doing? Letting Bev know that I'm here for her, that she's safe. The only one that needs to see her is her. And so it's all these things that we're having these experiences currently that it's so easy to attach to somebody else our power away when we can be giving it to ourselves. And it's just learning how to do all that. Did you find them?
I did. I'm so excited.
Nice. Nice. I am too.
Okay, so I'm gonna change the view on my screen because it will give a better picture on the recording. And so here's the first one. Well, I will share this one. Um, Let me know if you can see this or not. No, I gotta share my screen. Hold on.
We're getting there. I did see a couple of your posts on Facebook and I thought, that's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah,
Like you're bursting out onto the scene.
right.
Yeah. But it's an energy.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Yay.
Yay.
Okay, here's. Can you see that?
Yep, I see it.
Not fun. So if you're listening to the audio recording, you can go to YouTube and search for the video title in our community or our channel is Amy and Bev Community on YouTube, Amy and Bev Community, and then go find the video so you can see the pictures. So that was fun. Um, and then I'll show you the next one coming into 2026. Can you see that? No,
Not
I
yet.
have to share screen. Hold on. I forget. Okay, so this is coming into 2026. How fun is that?
Yeah. Like you just jumped off and you're coming in.
So I put this on my phone. This is my home screen. So I get to see this every time I open up my phone. I see this. And that's like
Nice.
that energy, focusing on that energy that I'm bringing in, right? Now, so those two I created in December. Um, just know that the prompts that I got is from an AI group that I'm in. I will give credit to the group. I'm not going to get any affiliate pay for saying this or anything. I just feel it's my responsibility to give a shout out to Alicia Little with the AI Business Summit group who have been providing these prompts. Because I tell you, when
Nice.
you're working with AI, you think that, oh, you just tell it, make an image of me coming out of the phone, blah, blah. No, like it's a whole thing, like a script of information that you have to give AI to create this.
Nice.
And this is where I feel it's not a strength for me to do this because when I say imagining and envisioning things, this is not in my wheelhouse. This picture was not in my wheelhouse. I saw somebody else do it. They provided the prompt. I took the prompt. I tweaked it to fit me, and this is what came out. Um, so there's that. Now these other two are the fun ones with the when I talk about like the confidence and queen energy. Watch, check this out. This is so good. So just a little bit about me though, real quick, is I love big cats, lions, tigers. My dream The one thing I've ever dreamed about was having a black panther as my pet. No joke. Love it. So I'll show you this one. This one's with a white tiger.
Oh, I
That
love it.
freaking awesome or what?
It is freaking awesome.
I love that picture. Oh my gosh, when I saw this other person who posted it in the group in our AI Summit group, I got so excited. This is the one, one of the two I did last night. And so I was just like, this is so beautiful. So to see me like that, never have I
Yes.
ever dressed like that ever. Like I gone to prom and military balls but never looked like this. And the joy
Totally.
and the sun, it's just it I'm in awe of the picture. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so there's that one. Now the next one, so awesome. Hold on. Kids sound so excited and giddy about this. It's so funny.
Well, it's energy shifting. You should be excited about it. Honestly, that's it's your creating.
Check that out.
Love it. Empowering.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, girl, you dang. Holy smokes.
Love it.
So anyway, that was my fun last night.
See, that's what happens when you start getting creative and then you have to go to bed and it's like your mind's like, ah, it's like all these things that are so exciting.
And during a full moon. Just saying. And during a
Yeah.
full moon. That energy. So I know I've talked about it lots of times in our videos when we talk about a full moon, but here's what I'll say about it because I think it's an important reminder for people. Um, when I was years ago or early in my life, I was very depressed, angry, like full of a lot of heavy emotion. When a full moon would come around, I didn't know it at the time, had no idea until later when I started learning about full moon energy and all that stuff, which wasn't until my early 30s, by the way. But as I looked back and reflect on my life, I recognized that when a full moon came around, um, it amplified my depression. And I would get even deeper into depression and anger. And it was not pretty sight. It was horrible, to be honest. Um, and after I went through like doing my mental emotional healing, clearing up some of that heavy emotion in me and my body and all the things that when a full moon comes around now, and it even happens on a new moon, but when those moons come around, my energy gets amplified now. So it's a gift and a blessing because I've had nights where I've not slept at all, went through the entire next, so up for 2 full days and then and be fine. Energy's fine, mental
Mhm.
capacity's fine, no exhaustion, everything is just working well. And then sleep 2 days later and get a good night's sleep like nothing ever happened. It's just wild. So my energy gets amped up. So there you have it. Last night playing with these pictures and images and seeing them on a full moon, and then images that just resonated with me so deeply that I had to sit there and play with them and create them. And so I would say be mindful of what your energy is like during full and new moons, specifically.
I agree. I agree. It's something I wasn't aware of early on in my life, and I was aware of it a lot later in my life. And I will tell you now, to me, it's like I want to have my calendar totally revolve around the moons because I do notice such a difference with me. And instead of, so when you're going through those emotions, when we're releasing, because it's a full moon, we're releasing a lot of the old stuff or can be. That when you were saying the heaviness of the depression coming forward, for me, I might recognize some old behaviors that I didn't care about. And it's like, why are they showing up again? And it's again goes back to the conversation that we were having when you were looking for the videos, is not getting wrapped up into the who or why, why is it showing up. I mean, it is important to know why it's shown up, but it's showing up for you. It's not something that's against you, and it's an opportunity to grow through it. And then you don't have to deal with a lot of these things anymore because you've dealt with it. So for me, it's like if I know when the full moons are coming up, instead of lackadaisically walking through life like I've done a lot of times, and start noticing, why am I being triggered? Why is everyone pissing me off all of a sudden? Not that that's exactly the right terminology, but I notice different emotions may come forward. And now I'm recognizing, oh yeah, I'm around the full moon. And recognizing that makes me be more cognizant about how I'm responding to people. How am I showing up in the world, and why are things showing up for me right now? So I'm looking at it from with awareness, from almost like from a third party perspective, like seeing that it's coming in. Oh, this is why, because this is helping. This is for my growth. This is helping me. Everything that has happened for me, I mean, for each of us, when we go through this stuff, is happening for us. And when we get out of the victim mindset and we get it, we can step into empowering ourselves. We recognize all that. We recognize how everything is showing up for us and how we can grow and change. And we have this want inside of us for this growth and change. And then when it shows up, we're like, what the hell is this all about? We don't want to deal with it. But when you start looking at it, and I feel like it really does kind of go around with the moons and the cycles and the flares. Like there's all these things that happen, and I think they're great opportunities to be like, oh yeah. And you've been doing this for a long time. We got a new moon. It's time to set our intentions. We're creating. It's doing all these things, but it's to be in that space for each individual. You can do it or don't do it, but I will just tell you, it can benefit you beyond your wildest dreams by doing it. Because I was never a person to be in a space of being happy either, honestly, and not even knowing what does that look like and how does it feel. And I will tell you, probably in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, I find now I've had a couple little blips that kind of came up, and it's like, but I responded differently to it, and then didn't give myself a hard time about it. It's like, okay, you're growing and moving through this stuff, and recognizing how much we grow. But I've spent more time smiling. I stop and I'm in such an awareness that I'm looking at my animals, and we're like having a communication with each other just by looking into each other's eyes, just by being in that space for a few minutes and getting out of the rat race, the constant wanting to rush around and do things all the time. It's totally unnecessary. It's the old patterns of fight or flight. And I'm just unwilling to be motivated by that any longer.
Yeah. And I will say, anytime's a good time to make a change within yourself. Anytime. Don't wait
Yeah.
for the new year. Don't wait for, oh, I'll wait till my birthday. Don't. You just start, right? Just
Yeah.
anything. You want better finances? Start now. Talk to a
Yeah.
financial planner. Start learning about it. If you want to, have better health, start looking into it, learning about it, implementing it. It's not just learning it, but it's implementing as well.
Yeah.
So, but none of it happens until you make, first, to me, the acknowledgement. You have to acknowledge that something needs to change. So you want something different. So we have to acknowledge where you're at and give yourself permission to be okay with where you're at. All your choices and decisions in life has brought you to where you are, and all your choices and decisions took you through what we can call life school to help you realize that you want better things, different life, different lifestyle, different emotions, to be able to think differently, right? So we're acknowledging it, but then what are you going to do to start shifting it, changing it, evolving it, releasing whatever it is you've been hanging on to? You can't continue to move through life making changes if you're going to continue to hang on to what was. And if I were to right now in my life still be hanging on to what was, we would not be here recording tea time, because I would not be in a space within myself to be able to even have these conversations. I wouldn't. It's no different than AI. If I wasn't learning about AI and how to utilize the tools, I won't be using them. And I'll let everybody else do it. And then I'll be like, well, how horrible it's going to be for the world because somebody's going to take it and do X, Y, and Z. No, you know what? I'm embracing it because it's helping me with my energy. Just by looking at those images shifts my energy. And I'm just like, this is so fucking cool, right?
Yeah.
But if I was hanging on to my stories, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. I would
No,
be completely in the victimization of AI and all the things with other people who have no desire to do something different in their lives. And these AI tools are going to help me in my business. That is exciting to me. So,
yeah. And it's shifting your energy, which shifts the energy of the whole entire world.
yeah,
It just does.
I got chills on
It
my
just
legs.
does. Huh?
I got chills on my legs. Woo,
Nice.
so
Woo-hoo.
excited.
But it's so true. It's so true. We don't realize how important it is, and we can get all caught up in the fear of things. And that only just locks you down. It keeps you from moving forward. That's all that it is. But we're not in that time space. I don't know exactly when the Chinese New Year begins for the
February 17th.
February 17th for the fire horse. But so February 17th, the fire horse begins, but I already feel the energy of it. And I know you do too. It's already palpable.
I'm so
To me,
embarrassed.
that's when I'll make sure. So when the Chinese New Year comes around, which I'm not, it's not, it's just an energy thing for me. That's when I make sure like everything is completely taken care of. So I've got this time frame. I've been selling all these things to clear out space, and it's all going to happen and be done before the Chinese New Year comes in, because it's this whole energy, it's this whole shift. But for me, it's already started. It already happened.
Yeah, I was right.
Oh,
February 17th.
yeah.
I have the 16th in my head about something. I'm not sure. So February 16th comes around, something wild happens. We'll know.
Okay.
But Chinese New Year's is February 17th.
It's a
Yeah.
10, so that's new beginnings. That day is a new beginning day. Okay, I'm just processing.
Yeah. So, um, really what I want people to get out of this is you're going into this year and we talked about in the last video as well, is that according to the Chinese astrology, the next 20 years are fire signs. Fire signs are about movement, action, um, you know, again, being pulled into whatever it is you desire or dream of and all the things. And so, um, you're, and this is, I've heard this more than once by multiple people. Um, you either get on board and start doing what it is you want to be doing, or you're going to get left behind. I've been particularly hearing this in the AI world. You either get on board with it, learn it, and know how it functions, or you are going to be left behind. Um, it's here. It's going to stay. It's our future, and we, even if you just need to know how to navigate with it, using it, it's important to start. And there are a ton of classes and information on YouTube University, right? We know that. I have been signing up for AI summits. I just purchased a course. Like, I want to know what these tools are, how we can utilize them, and implement the ones I feel I can use. Now, just like a lot of things, it can be overwhelming. So at least start learning about one. And that's going to take you to the next, and that's going to take you to the next. So just at least start learning about it. Because here's the other thing, the other side of that about AI is no different than our life in general. If you're going to focus on the fear about it, then you're going to get more fear wrapped around it, and that's going to be amplified. Whereas, like for myself, I'm using it to create these amazing images. Like Bev said, it is shifting my energy by looking at those images. My energy is amplified, which means I'm putting that energy out. So people who are around me are going to feel that energy coming from me. And I'm using it to create classes and help me get better in my coaching for helping other people shift their energy. So I am using it, AI, as a tool for good. And the more people we have using it for good, that energy is amplified also out into the world. So you can hang on to the fear about it, or you can start learning about it, embracing it, and utilizing it if you want to. Not saying you have to, but at least know about it and know that it can be, the more people using it for good is a higher vibrational energy being put out. So you decide. I know what I'm using it for, and I am super excited about it.
Me too.
So yeah, so cool.
So
So
cool.
cool. Um, so with that, it's up to you to make the changes that you want, especially going into this new year and this powerful energy we're walking into. You got to decide, because it would be better. Okay, this is key. It would be better if you took the time right now to set your intentions before that actual fire horse energy like is locked in, because when you step into that energy, it's like off and running, like horse races, right? So set take some time, a few minutes a day, or take a whole day, or set some mood music and candles or whatever, and sit with a pen and paper and write out the things that you desire. And then if you want to go a step further, you could use an AI tool to help you get more clarity. So you just tell AI, hey, these are the things, pick one thing. Like for me, if I was gonna maybe create my own image, I would tell ChatGPT is the main one I use. Um, I create an image of myself where I'm standing in my power. I look very powerful, confident, head held high, giving it the information that I have in my head. Because, like I said earlier, I'm not super creative in my language as to how to talk to AI yet. I am getting better. So, what I would do is give it the information that I can think of at the moment, right? That I have in my wheelhouse, and then ask it to, what, this is really key for anything you're working on. What other information do you need from me to have a more of a clear understanding of what I'm trying to create? So it may not be those exact words, but you could say, what other information do you need from me? What's more information? And it will ask you some questions. You answer the questions, put it back into the AI, and then see what comes up, and you can go deeper with it. But anyway, super helpful tool if you need help getting clarity about what it is you desire. And it will create the images of what you want. So if you want that awesome cool blue Ferrari or whatever, say, hey, I need an image of maybe you sitting behind the wheel of it or
Yeah.
standing next to it, right? You could just be so
Yeah.
creative with it to help you be clear on what your intentions are. You can utilize it to help you um, create a budget for yourself, or like using it to pay off your debt, get a debt payoff plan. Don't put any personal information in it, though. Don't put your social security number or your bank account numbers or credit card numbers or anything like that. You can just put a spacer of, I put little brackets and put credit card number, or brackets and put bank name. And it will just hold those fillers with whatever whatever information it provides you. It will leave those, and it will just say bank name. And then you can take that. I would take it to like a Word document or a spreadsheet, and then put the names and credit card numbers in there if I want to, for my own personal stuff, not out in the world in AI. So just be very, very, very mindful. No social security numbers, bank account numbers, nothing personal like that. Use spacers. So use the tools to help you with going into 2026. This is a 1 year foundational year, new beginnings. And it's like, let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. It's super amped. Any final words, Bev, before we wrap this up?
I would just let everyone know it's totally your choice. You can do whatever you choose,
Yeah.
and it's not wrong either way. But it's your choice. One version could be a lot more fun though.
Right.
But
Right.
you
Fun.
get to choose. It's not
Fun.
a want. It's not a praying for. It's a choice. You get to choose.
Yeah. Yep. Choose wisely. You're going into some heavy or not heavy, but very action oriented energy. So choose wisely. All right, friends. Thanks for hanging out with us. Tea Time with Amy and Bev. Be resourceful, share our content. We're located on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Podcast Addict, Spreaker, Spotify, TikTok. So, share the content, whether it's ours or other teachers, influencers, spiritual teachers, because other people are out there in the world looking for information like this too. So, with that, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.